let's look at ways that how we can narrow down your large group of articles. One way you can do it is up in the search box. If we wanted to add some terms to narrow it down, you could type in things like optimism, put the word and. You'll see that there are some suggestions that come up, but you might already have some in mind. If I wanted to look up by a particular demographic, I can put in college students, and I can either hit enter or click search. Just with that, I've reduced down from 50,000 to 589, so that's a significant reduction. Over here on the left-hand side is the Refine Results column. In here at the top, it'll tell me what's happening in my current search, that I've changed my keyword, and that they're applying any equivalent subjects that they think kind of coincide with that. So that's an automatic expander that's added. Underneath that, you'll see the Limit To section. What this is allowing you to do is make some choices by using some checkboxes. The first one and the most important one for all of you is going to be the Scholarly Peer-Reviewed Journals checkbox. When you check that, you are telling EBSCO that you want an article that is scholarly in nature, which means it's being published in an academic journal. And when it's scholarly, it's usually written by a nerd in the field for other nerds in the field. So it's a pretty high level, something that you wouldn't read at a doctor's office. There is also an additional level of nerdiness because they are saying we want it to be peer reviewed. So there's a table of nerds in the middle that is actually reading it and saying, yes, we think that this is a good objective research study, that they've thought about things and this data isn't skewed in any way. So that's what scholarly peer-reviewed journals are. You'll see that each entry either has a link to a full text article or it doesn't. If you want to make sure that you're only looking at the entries that have the full text link available, you can click on full text. Now I'm down to a group of just 237 items. As I scroll through here, I can kind of see what is coming up on my particular topic. And sometimes as you're looking through, you might find some articles that are coming from other countries. If that's the case, please know that you can kind of limit your language with a rectangle on the left-hand side. You'll see that the language rectangle lives here, and you can choose just the English articles. Now, another thing you might be looking for is a research study that has been written on your topic, some original research that has been done by someone in the field. When you're looking for a research study, you're going to be wanting to look at some particular components of an article, and you'll see that you'll want to look at things like this in a particular article. You'll want to find a research study with an introduction, like a history or literature review section, a method section, some results section, and a conclusion. To do that, I found a good trick is up in the top box. If you type in and methods, because that's the section that you'll see in a research study, if I click search, I'll get down to 69, but most of these are going to have a method section, so I can kind of count on them being either a literature review where they're reading several research studies and drawing a conclusion, or they've done their own research study, and they will have all the data right there. Now you'll see some of these articles will have one link to the article and some will have two. When you're doing research and advanced research like all of you are doing, if you have the option of a PDF or an HTML article, definitely choose the PDF because it will publish the article in its original format. As I scroll down this list, I might find one that I think looks pretty good. Looks like it has removed my language preference. Yep, it left it open, but if I just want to look at my English language over here, I can get rid of some of the international papers. And I can come down here and say, oh, predicting the mental health of college students with psychological capital. I can see that I have two links right here to the full text article. If I wanted to read the summary about the article, I can hover over this piece of paper right here. If I wanted to look at it with a little bit more detail, I can click on the title right here. Also, towards the top of the page, you'll see some details that are called subject terms. Those are similar to hashtags. When you do tweets or if you're doing something in TikTok, you can usually put a hashtag on what you're posting. That happens here with articles as well. I can see the psychology of college students is coming up here. Here's my term optimism. And if I wanted to look at these articles, all I do is look for that PDF full text in here as well. I can click on it once I'm looking at these details. And here's the article. If I want to take the article with me, you can see the tools on the right-hand side. I can either save it to Google Drive, I can print it, I can email it, and I can also view the citation. A lot of our students, they like to do the email feature. If you choose to email, all you have to do is enter in your email address, whatever subject that you want. If you wanted to put in for English 102. And if you choose to email, it will give you the citation format that you desire sent right to your email box. So it is just that quick.